Let us solve the exercise number 7 in the part A of DBMS Lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to create two tables, the structure of which along with the values are given. And then we are supposed to solve few of the queries over here. So let us first look at the two tables. And what they have said is identify the primary key as well as the foreign key. Now, when you look at the first table, that is the product detail table, you will notice that this one, that is the product number itself, is the primary key, which is obvious one. And if you look at the second table over here, you will notice that in the second table, you notice that the product number is there. The product number is coming from this table. So this is going to be a foreign key. And you will notice that the customer number is repeating. So the customer number C2 here is repeating. C1 here is repeating. So this alone is not a primary key. So I assume that together they will form the primary key. So together they are the primary key. Let's go ahead and let's create this tables first, and then we will go ahead and look into the queries. So I have with me the Visual Studio, and I have installed the Oracle SQL Developer extension on this, and I'm going to click on this SQL Developer, and I'm going to use my connection, and I'm going to just connect to the server. And once connected, I'm going to click on the SQL worksheet, and I have the worksheet with me, and then I'm going to remove this one by clicking again, so this will vanish. Now I'm left out with the SQL worksheet. Let us create the first table, and the name of that first table happens to be the product detail. So I'm going to say create table, and the name of the table is product underscore details, product detail. So this is the table that we are going to create. This is what they said, the detail. Hopefully the spelling is proper. So the product detail. So this is the name of the table, product detail. And let me just copy it from here rather than taking the risk of typing something. Okay, done with it. So let's look at the first field over here, product number. So let's take this product number over here. And what you notice over product number here is it is not a numeric number. It is a varchar, and if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 4 plus 1, 5. Okay, I'm going to take this one again, even if I made a mistake. I think I have already the product name with me. Let me take it as 6. Okay, one extra I have taken. Okay, and I'm going to make it as primary key because I have already told you this is going to be primary key here. Okay, so there is no problem with that. That is because the product numbers are unique here. So you notice that. Then I have the product name with me. So let me use this one, product name. And as usual, I'm going to take this one as varchar. You can take anything. I don't think so it will go beyond 50. And I'm going to make it as not null. So I'm see, most of the time they say that identify and make a not null. Okay, not null is also there. Specify not null. So I'm going to say not null. Then we have the quantity available. So let me copy paste it. Quantity available, and look at this quantity available. They are all integer numbers, so I can straight away write int. Okay, int, and if you want again not null, so done. What else we have? Price. Again, price is not a decimal number. They have given a numerical number, but generally, to be very specific, price would be a decimal number. So you can take decimal also or numeric also. It is up to you how you want to take it. Okay, number, and then you say 10 comma 2, or decimal you say 10 comma 2. So all of them are data types only. So, and I'm going to use not null here because they said use not null. And finally, we have a product percentage. Now, this is going to be slightly tricky one because there is a, I don't know whether there is a space or not. I assume that there is a space profit percent. So how do you write when there is a space? If there is a space, you put it in the double quotes. Okay. Now my personal advice is not to give a field name like this with the special character and other things. This will confuse you. It won't confuse Oracle. That is for sure. When you write the query and when you write the other things, it will confuse you more than you think that Oracle will get confused. It is not. Oracle will be happy that you are taking trouble, and you notice that these are just numbers without decimal places there. So I'm going to take it as int again. See, this one is also number, and 3 is also a valid one, but let me take for, because you can type less during the examination. Int will be something that you can think of using it. So this will create my table. So done. I'm done with my table. So just select it, control enter, and my, oh, this table is already there. So I think the table is already there. Drop table. Don't do it in your case. In your case, the table is not there. In my case, the table is there. Okay, control C, and I'm going to just drop it. Okay, and then say drop this table. Just drop this table. What is this? Select. What is it to select user from where table equal to what it is saying that I am not getting what it is trying to say. Control enter. Oh yeah, there is other problem is this table. I cannot drop this table because I created both the tables before. So I have to first delete. Sorry about this. So this is going to take slightly longer time, but it will give you one lesson, and that lesson is see, I actually created this table, and you know that this table, the second table, where is the second table? So this second table is actually referencing the values from the first table. So you cannot delete the first table directly. So it's not possible because second table is referring to this table. So you have to first get rid of the second table, then you have to come back and delete the first table. So always remember that whenever you have a reference table, remove that reference table first, and the table that is being referred has to be removed at the end because its values are being used elsewhere. So the right way of deleting it is because it has, in other words, whichever has the foreign key, this table has to be pulled out first, and then the primary key table has to be pulled out. Okay. So I'm going to, even though I have both the tables over here, I'm going to pull out this table first. So I'm going to say remove this table, and then I will come back and then say drop the product detail table. Then this time it is all gone. So I'm going to now, I'm free now. I'm going to select it and press enter, and you notice that my product detail table is created. Why I dropped it? Because it is already there. I somehow worked out this particular problem before. The next thing, good thing that you are going to do is you are going to describe this table, and describe what you are going to do is the product detail table. And let me select it and press enter, and you notice that this is the description of the table, and then we are supposed to insert the values, these values. I'm going to cheat by copy pasting this. I have already done the homework, and I have copied them, and I have created the, if you look at here, the same table, whatever it is, I've converted it to the insert into product details. This is the product number. This is the what is this? This is the product number. The product number is there, and this is the product name there. The quantity available is there. The price is there. The profit is there. All are there. So I've already done that thing. So I don't want you to waste your time by watching me typing all those things. So I have just selected it. and I'm going to select all of them, control enter, and all the rows are inserted. And then as a good student, you are supposed to say select from the product details table. So this is the one, and you can control enter and just get all the products being inserted. Now let's go ahead with the second table, and the name of the second table is a purchased detailed table. So I'm going to select this one. Let's just purchase the detailed. Control C, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to create a new table. So I'm going to say create a table. This is the name of the table. Done, and I'm going to here, and I'm going to add the new uh, fields for that. And what are the fields that we have it there? So if you look at here, the field name is first one is the customer number, and you notice that customer number is again a varchar here. So I'm going to say customer number, that is customer number, and I'm going to say this is varchar, a varchar 2, and how many decimal places are how many places are required? Where is it? So 2 are required. I'm going to make it as 3, one extra there. Okay, for my reference, maybe then I will. It is done. This part is done. Next one is what we have here is the product number, and you know very well this is going to be referenced to the other table. So I'm going to take the same one. So which one? The product number. This whole story I'm going to take it from there, and I'm going to just paste it here. Okay, and maybe I will make this one also not null, because they said that we are supposed to make it as not null. Done with it, and what else we can think of doing? Is there an error? Okay. What is the next thing? What the next thing is that we are supposed to have the quantity sold. That is the last option, quantity sold. And again, these are integer number. I assume that they are integer numbers. So as a lazy person, I'm going to use the int data type. And if you want, you can say not null. Okay. Now the thing is, I feel like this not null is not required, because it's going to make it as the it is redundant. The reason is I have already told you I will make them together. I will make them as primary key. Together I will consider this. Together I will consider as primary key. So when I make it as primary key, I feel like there is no need for me to exclusively say that it is not null, because it's an obvious thing that when you make something as a primary key, it is not null. Primary keys are not null by default. So there is no, even if you say nothing is going to happen, but why to write unnecessary one extra line? So let's make the primary key here. So primary key is two numbers. Which are the two numbers? One is the customer number, and the other one is the product name. Is it a product name? What is that? I typed it. What was that? A product name was there. Product number. Did I type product name? From where did I get that product name? Just a minute. I was supposed to copy this one. This one. So product number. So this one. Product. Goodbye. Product number. This one. This is the one. Product number, and I'm getting it as a foreign key here. Okay. Product number. Yeah. So together, which one? This customer number and together, I will consider them as the primary key. So I will make it as a product number. Done. Both are primary key. So which are the primary key? As I've already told you, the product number, customer number, and product number together, they are considered as a primary key. So that is what I've done. So product number and the customer number. So customer number and the product number together, they consider as the primary key. Now next one that I am supposed to do is I am supposed to take this product number and make it as a foreign key, which will reference the product number of the product details table. So let me do that thing. So I'm going to say now next story that is there is a foreign key. So I'm going to say foreign key, which is foreign key product number. Remember, foreign key is this one. Product number is the foreign key. So foreign key is the underscore number, and it references references the product table. So remember, it references this number will reference this product detail table. Inside this product detail, it will reference this particular field, that is product number field. So how do I write that thing? It references product detail table, and within this product detail table, it will reference the product number. So this is what I'm writing. So it references, where is it gone? Okay. Uh, Within this table, it will reference product detail tables. Within this table, it is referencing the product number of this table. So that's it. This is what I've written. I will remove the unnecessary signs. So everything is proper. That means you select it and press enter, and your table is created. As usual, you are supposed to describe this table. So I'm going to say describe this table, and what is the table name, purchase the detail. So let's select it and control enter, and you get the description of this particular table done with it. Now we are supposed to insert all these values like the customer number and all these values. What I have done is I've cheated you by already creating this values for me. So I've already created this C1, C2, C3 and all these things. With all the numbers, I've done that thing. I'm going to copy this, Control C, and I'm going to just paste it to Control V. In your case, you can't do it, but to reduce the video timing, I've just copy pasted it, and I'm going to select it and press Control Enter, and all the rows are inserted. And then we will go to the select, and I'm going to say select the star from the purchase the detail. So purchase detail, and let me run it and just to show you that all the values are being entered. So 7 values are entered over here, and you notice that so you have all the values are getting entered. And now let's look at the query. First query is display total amount spent by C2. So this is our query now. So what is the meaning of saying total amount? So how do we get this total amount? Total amount is, let's look at this one. Right, go to the same one. Where is this the total amount? Total amount is what is the price of the item. Yes, and how many quantities of that item is sold. So let's look at this one. This item number is P003. What is this 003? If you go here, 003 is a pen drive, that is CD drive, not pen drive, CD drive. And what is the price of this CD drive? Price of this CD drive is 10. Into how many items were sold? 2. So it is 10 into 2. So this will be 20, and that is the total amount. Total amount is quantity sold into what is the unit price. So this is the way you have to do it. So how do I? So in other words, I have to sum the all of them. That is in this case, what they have asked is it is sold by C2. So the total amount is spent by C2, not the brought by C2. So I have to see this one. So C2, if you just look at this C2, C2 has purchased the product number 002. What is this product 002? That is the pen drive. How many, what is the price of it? Individual price, unit price is 650. How many this person has brought? So this person has brought 4. So this is 4 into 650. So 4 into 650, it is one amount. This is one total. Next time, if you look at this C2, this C2 has come again, and this person has brought this time a CD drive. And what is the price of the CD drive? So the CD drive, the the amount is 10 rupees. So 10 into 2 items has been brought. So 10 into 20, the 2, that is 20. 20 plus this one, this total plus this total will be the grand total. So you have to do that thing. So sum of these 2 items. So what is the sum of the quantity sold into the price? Quantity sold into price. This is what you are supposed to do. So let's go ahead and let's write the query here. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to say select, because we have to select it, and I'm supposed to sum them. So sum, what is it? Sum the quantity sold, QTY sold, quantity sold into unit price. What is the word for that? Unit price is they have just taken as price itself. They have not taken as unit price. So quantity sold into price. Price. Do you have this? Quantity sold into price. Did I take that price here? Okay, price is there. Okay. From the two tables, and you know very well, you cannot uh, take them two tables together. So I'm going to take the first table, and what is the name of the first table? You can take the first table as because I started with the quantity sold. So I will take this as the first table. That is my purchase detail. I took quantity sold first. This is up to you. You can take the other one also. So I'm going to say purchased detailed, and you have to join it with the other one. You know very well. In order to get it, you have to join it. You have to join it with the product details, because you know very well, one is there in this table, quantity sold is there in the purchase table, and price is there in the other table. So you have to join them. There is no other way. So we will join them with the product detailed. Okay. And we have to, what is the combining, what is the field that combines both of them? The one that combines both of them is this product number. So we take the product number from here and we connect it to the product number. So we take the product detail from here, let's say, and we connect it with the here. So this product number of one table is connected to the product number of the other table. So I will take the first table as T1. You can in capital I will take. This table number is T1. Second table is T2. It done. And whenever you are joining, you have to say join on what? Join on T1 dot product number. T1 dot product number, that is product underscore number, must be equal to T2 dot product number. This is it. So this is the idea. So what is that I am saying is the table number one, anyone you can take table number one. So this I am taking it as table number one. Table number one product number must be equal to the table number two. This I am taking it as table number two, the product number. So in other words, this product number must be equal to this product number. So this is what I am matching. So product number of the table 2 must match to the product number of the table 1. So this is what is being done here. That is not enough, because they said that they are interested in the amount spent by C2. So I have to put one more condition. What is that one more condition? One more condition is where, what is the condition? Customer number. So where is the customer number? You notice that directly took T1. The reason is the customer number. Where is the customer number? Customer number is in this table, and I have taken this purchase detail table as T1. Purchase detail table, I have taken it as a T1. Okay, so just took that thing. Must be equal to T2. So this is what is the criteria that is been put up there. So this is the overall thing. Now, just to make the thing look, so remember you can run this one. Okay, I'm going to just run it. Just show you. Okay, you can run this one, and we are going to get the sum as this one. Okay, but you notice that you get a bad field name here, that is sum quantity into. So I'm going to just rename. I will give a field name. This I don't want to come like this. I will give a field name, good field name. How can you give a good field name? You are going to say as. Let me say as. So what they have said is find the total amount. Is it not? What is that? They said find the total amount. So I'm going to say this one as total. So it's already in capital. Total and amount. Okay, done. So this, I don't want this to come like this. I just want it to be shown as the total amount. So I select it. and control enter. And this time you notice that this has appeared as a total amount, and the amount is here. Let me show you. It is the right justified. So this is the total amount. So you got the first one, total amount. Let's go to the next story. What is the next story? The next story is display the names of the product for which either the quantity available is less than 30 or total quantity sold is less than 5. So let's break it into two parts. Display the names of the product for which either the for which I will not use the word either. So this let's remove it. So what is this? Display the names of the product for which quantity available is less than 5. So that is it. So quantity available must be less than 5, and we have to get the product name. So let's look at this one. So we have this product name, okay, and the quantity available must be less than 5. What is this one? What is, where is the thing? Oh, the question is here. Where is the question? And the quantity available must be less than 30, not 5, less than 30. So I'll look at this one. Quantity available less than 30. What is the product name? Monitor. Quantity available less than 30. What is the name? Keyboard. So you must get these two. This is straightforward. This is a straightforward query. So let us write that straightforward query. And what is the query? Query is display the names of the product. So display the names of the product where the quantity available is less than 25. This is a child's play. So it is not 25, I think it is 30, 35. It is 30. Quantity available is less than 30. So let's go ahead and let's write this query. And what is this? This query that I'm going to write. Just enter a few times. Okay. What is this query? So again, select what is it? Product name. They said product name. So, okay, product name from which table? Definitely the purchase the detail table. Remember which is the table that has this thing. This is the product name is from product table. The product details table. So from the product details table. So let's get it from the product detail table. From the product detailed table. Okay. And what is from the product detail table, and what is the condition? Where I'm going to write it in the single line. So where what is it that they have said? Where the quantity available. So quantity available. Where the quantity available. So where this quantity available is. If their quantity available is less than 30. This is one straightforward query. This is not the one, but let's run this one. Let's run this one, and you got the monitor and keyboard. And I have already told you the monitor is less than 30 and keyboard is less than 30. This is one query, but they said that there. Where is the question? Then they said that second part is either. So this is one query. Next query is total quantity sold is less than 5. So what is the meaning of saying total quantity sold? So what do we mean by saying the total quantity sold? How can I get the total quantity sold from the table? So let's look at it here. The quantity sold is not here. This the quantity available was there in the same table, but this time the one is here, quantity is here, and the product name is here. They wanted the product name. So one is here, other one is there. So you know very well, when one is here, other one is there, you have to join it. Okay. So let us join that thing. So let us run this one. Okay. I will keep one line there because we have to, they said that you have to, where is the question? If you read the question properly, they said use union. So I will union it later, but let me first get the second part first. So I'm going to say select. So what is the select? Okay, product name. So as usual, product name. Product name. Okay. From two tables. Remember, two tables must be there. Okay. So from the two tables. One is which is the table we want to do it. Product details table. So there is a product. Yes, it is there in the product detail. Okay, and I have to join that. Join this one. I have to join it with the purchase details table on some criteria, and you know very well. You take one table as T1, other table as T2. Okay, other table as T2. One table is T1, second table is T2. You can one table as A, second table as B. Nobody has an objection regarding that. And who is connecting them? The product number is connecting them. So this product number, table one's product number, must be equal to this table two's product number. So this part is done, and we have to have a condition. What is the condition? Yes, what is the condition? Now there is two things. What is the condition? Quantity sold must be less than 5. So how do I write the condition here? Now the first thing is, if you look at the table, you may say that, okay, I will write where quantity is less than that. This is not going to work. What is the problem? The problem is when you say the product number from the second table. If you look at this second table, why it is not working, I will tell you. If you look at this second table, see, this is unique here. Product number, this one is a unique number because it is a primary key. Now, in the second table, this is not the primary key. You notice that these things are getting repeated. So 02 is repeating for this record, 02 is repeating for this record, 03 is repeating here. So when you have this kind of repetition, you have to group them. Otherwise, it is not possible because you want to find the total, is it not? If you just take this 02, then you get the quantity sold here, you get 2. Next time, if you take the 03 again, the quantity you are going to get it as 2 here. So you have to combine this 2 plus this 2. Total is 4. If you take this one, the quantity, this product number 002, quantity sold is 4 in one record. In the second record, it is 10. So total is 14. So when you want to do like this, you have to group them. It is not possible otherwise. So if you directly say where clause, you're going to fail because this is not this particular what is one. This is not a unique one. It is getting repeated. 3 is repeating here and 2 is repeating here. When you have the repetition, you have to group them and get their totals. Okay, so we will have to go with the slightly complicated option here. And what is the complication option here is we have to group them. We have no choice but to group. Okay, group by what? Group by definitely the product number. Okay, so which is the product number? So where is the product number? We have to be a bit careful. This table, which is this table, purchase the table. Okay, so purchase the table. What is the table number you gave? So be careful with that. For the purchase the table number you gave is T2. So I'm going to use that word T2. Remember, for the product table I use the word T1. For the purchase the detail I use the table number T2. So I'm going to say group by T2 dot product number. Done. And then okay, we have to now this there is one other problem, and what is that other problem is that when you try to group them, this person might have brought other items also. So these two in this case, this person might have brought more than one item. One pen drive might have brought something else may be brought. Okay, you will have to again group them based on the product name because we want the product name, and this thing must be there in the grouping. This product name must be there in the grouping, otherwise that group won't work. So what is the name we are using? T1 dot product name. Remember that whichever aggregation that you are grouping, you are doing it, that field name must be there, otherwise that thing will not work. And you don't have a where clause here when you group it. What you have here is a having clause. You know very well. When you group it, what you if you want to put a condition, you have to go for a having clause. There is no where clause. Where is directly with the select. Select something from where clause will come. When you try to group it, that where won't come. What you get is having. So So you know that general idea. Then we have to aggregate it. Now remember, you can't directly do it. You have to aggregate it because when you aggregate it, you need to, or when you group them, that aggregation requires some aggregation function, like some average, some kind of function must be there. So on what you have to aggregate, or on what you have to sum? You have to sum on these values, quantity sold from 2 and 10. So here, if you notice, this person, this person that is this product, that is product number 2, is brought 2 times by not this customer. Just I'm just telling you. So this you have to aggregate it. Then suppose don't look at this one and then say that sorry sir, this is a different customer who is purchasing. Just ignore that one. Just make the thing so simple. So if you look at this particular thing, so that is P03 and P03, you have to sum these two items together. So that is what I'm saying. Now you don't come and tell me that see this was brought by the customer C1 and other one was brought by C2. Forget that one. Don't complicate the life. Just to tell you that you have to aggregate it. If the repetition is there, you have to aggregate. What you have to aggregate? The quantity sold. So I will have to aggregate the quantity sold. I'm going to say quantity sold, and I don't know whether it was in T1 and T2, and my this VS code, that is not this VS code, the SQL developer is intelligent enough to tell me that your table number T2 is purchased detail, and this thing is there inside purchased detail. This particular field is there inside the purchase detail. That is why you have to use a T2. So let's look at this one, whether we are getting anything for this. If you're getting, then we will have the uh, oh sorry, what is this sum? So this is sorry. When I talk, I just missed out the entire question. What was the question? Question was less than 5. So this story I have not. The total quantity sold must be less than 5. So because of my age, I am just forgetting the things. So now this sum is there. There must be some condition, is not. You see, I told you that instead of where we are using having, where there must be some condition. For example, where customer number is equal to something. Similarly, having sum is equal to what? That is what it is saying. You are writing half of the things and you are expecting me to do run this query. So it is saying, so sum, you said you sum this one and compare it with what? Compare it with the question that is given over here. What is the question? It must be less than 5. So let's put this question, the relationship over here, and where the quantity sold must be less than 5. So this now this is like a where clause. Instead of where, because we are grouping, we are using the word having. So having some of the quantity sold is less than 5. So if there is no relationship, definitely this will not work. Now let me just run this one, and you got some answers over here. Yes. Now, what they have said is this is not the thing. They made their life complicated by saying that these two has to be combined together. So these two stories has to be combined. So the first story was this one. Second story was this one. You have to union them by putting one simple word, and that word happens to be union. That's it. Combine these two. Now I'm going to remove the semicolon from here. Remember, so remove the semicolon so that this whole thing is one query. So if you put the semicolon, the first one will become one query and the union will create a problem. So don't put the semicolon. Last time I put the semicolon because I was running this query separately and I was running this query separately. Now this query starts from here and it's going to end here. Okay, so just keep the cursor here, control enter, and you get the answers over here. And this is the very complicated query that you have just executed. So congratulations on that. Let's go ahead with the next one. Let's see what is solved for us here. Display the names of the product, okay, and quantity purchased by C4. I think that this is going to be slightly easier. name of the product and quantity purchased. Now again, this is not so easy, but as compared to the previous one, this is easy. So quantity sold is in one table, and what is this? Name of the product is here. So in one table you have the name of the item, and the other one is the quantity, and you know very well you have to join them. So that's simple as that. When you have this story, you have to join them. So let's go ahead and let's do it. That's why I told you it is not so complicated, because we by now we are familiar with the joining the table. So we are going to go with the select statement, and within the select statement, what they have said is product name and quantity. So let us start with the product name. Product name, a product name, and the quantity sold. The quantity sold. Let's write quantity sold from one table. Just product name is from which one? The product table. Uh, you can write it anyone. So, I'm using a convention like whichever field I'm using first, I will use that table name here. So instead of this product detail, you can use the purchase detail. So there is nothing in it. As I said, the product name, I'm going to use this which one? Product. I'm not getting that. I got it. So I will copy it from there. Okay, one table is product detail. And what is the second table? The second table is join on the second table. What is this? Purchased detail. The purchase detail. Call one table as T1. Call the other table as T2 as usual. And then whenever you are joining, there must be a join condition. What is the join condition? The product number of one table must come join with the product number of the other table. The product number of this table must join with the product table of this table. So two tables has to be joined. So you just say that product number, so p underscore number of this table, okay, must match with the T2 dot the product number of the other table. So done, but that's not the end. We have to, now we are not grouping. Remember last time we were grouping. When you have the grouping, you have to go for the having. But now we are not grouping, so we will go with our simple story. Where clause? What is the clause? Clause they have given is a, what is the question? Clause they have given is this is the person who has purchased it. So C4 is the customer that has purchased that item. So where is the this? What is this? C4. C4 is C4 is the customer number. So that is simple as that. So customer number. So where is this customer number? Must be equal to C4. So simple as that. Then done with the query. So hope things are proper. Let me just control enter, and you got two things. C4 has purchased the monitor, and C4 has purchased the keyboard. Let's see whether this is true. So C4 is this a C4. C4 has purchased the product number one, and what is the product number one? Product number one is the monitor, and guess what? We got the monitor. So monitor has been purchased by this one. Next time C4 is coming and he or she is purchasing the item number 4. And what is this item number 4? Item number 4 is a keyboard. And guess what? We got the keyboard. So done. Let us go ahead with the next question. So what is the next? Oh, we have 5 questions here. Okay. So let's go with the next question. How much profit does the shopkeeper gets on Steven's purchase? How much profit this person is getting? So this is going to be a complicated one. So how do I know that he is getting profit? Okay, profit is there and it is given in percentage. Remember, when you get it in percentage, you have to divide it by 100. So it is in percentage. They said, I assume that they have written it in 20%. So divided 20 divided by 100 must be there. So how much? What did they say? How much profit does this person make? So how much profit does this person make? Then let's look at the simple idea. if the person is selling, if the shopkeeper is selling monitor and the price of the monitor is 3,000, he will get a 20% profit. If he is going to get the, suppose he is selling the monitor and the price of the monitor is 3,000, he is going to get a 20% profit. And if the person is selling that shopkeeper is selling keyboard and the price of the keyboard is 600 rupees, he or she is going to get 10%. Remember, 10% as a profit. Now the problem is this is for one item, but how many items this person has sold? If you look at here, so this person, C4 person, brought the item number one, which is monitor, and how many items this person has brought? Three items. For one item, if he's selling one item, if this person is selling one, that is the shopkeeper is selling one item, then for one item the cost is 3,000 rupees, and on that 3,000 rupees, the shopkeeper is going to get 20%. Okay, for on that. But this person has brought three such items. That means he has given 9,000 rupees, not 3,000 rupees. 3,000 rupees for one monitor, 3,000 rupees for the second, 3,000 rupees for the third monitor. Three monitors were purchased. So the total amount is 3 into the price. So this quantity sold into price, that is 3 into 3,000, that is 9,000 rupees. On that 9,000 rupees, 20% profit has to be calculated. So for one item, 20%. It is 9,000, 3 times 20% you have to calculate. Okay, so just look at this item. So this person has brought the item number. This, what is this? Product number P2. So product number P2, for the cost of it is 650 rupees, and this person is going to get 5% profit. For one pen drive he is selling, he is going to get 5% profit. But this person brought four pen drives. So 4 into this much. So quantity sold into price of that into profit. So quantity sold. So for example, three items, three monitors were sold, 3 into 3,000. So quantity sold into price into what is the percentage he is getting. So into profit. So things has to be there, and definitely divided by 100 because it is in a percent. So many things have to be done. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do that thing. So we have to go with the quantity sold into price into profit, okay, divided by 100. So much thing has to be done now. Let us do it. So what to do? So we will go with the selector. Remember, you have to go with the aggregation. Whenever you are doing this one, you cannot, because why did I go with the aggregation? Is because I have read the question. And what does the question is saying that you have to go with the one item selection. So C1, remember, C1 might have purchased monitor. C1 might have purchased monitor. C1 might have purchased a pen. I don't know what is it. C1 has purchased many items. So you have to aggregate them. So this total, whatever C1 has purchased, all the purchases from this. So C1 has purchased this. What is the total profit for this item? C1 has purchased this. What is the total? C1 might have purchased one more item somewhere else. You have to aggregate it. Now, whenever you are aggregating it, you need the aggregation function. So I'm using the function aggregate function sum because I want to sum them. Okay, sum on what? Sum on quantity sold. Okay. Quantity sold into, what is it you had, into quantity sold into uh, price into price into price price price, okay, into profit percentage. Now this, that is why I told you I'm going to end up in trouble now. Okay, profit percentage. Okay, these many things. this divided by 100. Now I have to be a bit careful with this one. This thing divided by 100. I'm not very sure whether because of this I put a space here. I should have avoided that space, but let's see. Okay. So this whole thing is divided by that. So quantity sold into price into profit divided by 100. From the table, which to table, from the I took the quantity sold first. So I will take the, where is the quantity sold? Purchase detail. So I will take the, where is it gone? From purchase detail table. Purchase detail table. I will call this table as T1 because you know very well you have to join when there are two tables. There are two tables. You have to join them. There is no other option is left out with. You can't say I'm not going to join. There is no, you can't work out with that. Join on the which one product detail table. You call this one as T2, T2, and join on what one? T1 dot which one product number is equal to T2 dot product number. Done. Yes, done. What is the criteria? What is the criteria? Now, criteria is where what is that this person is saying, where the customer number, what is the customer number, or number, no, this is customer number, okay, where the customer number, CUST number, where the customer number is equal to C2, maybe C2, what is that customer, sorry, how much, C1, sorry, not C2, C1, sorry, C1, C1, okay. Did I wrote everything proper, let's say. Select some of these things from the purchase table, we call it as D1 table, and join it with the product table, we call it as D2. The criteria for joining is their product number, you know very well. Criteria for joining these two tables is this must match with this. The product number of one table must match with the product number of the other table. That is the criteria. And the other criteria is customer number must be equal to that. Okay. Let me try this one and let me put a semicolon so that the query is completed. Click on it and then press Control Enter, and you get the total profit is 120 rupees, and you notice that this is bit 30. Now this is bit. If you remember during the examination, you can keep it like this. Nobody has an objection for that, but when in your record book when you write it, your teacher may not like see that thing. So just to make this, I'm going to rename this one as some good things. What you can good thing you can write? What is the question? What is it? What is it? How much? Okay, total profit. How much profit means the total profit. Okay, I'm going to make this one. This one. See, as whatever this is there. See, this is the my calculation. I'm going to say as some name, money ocean. You can write it. Okay, as something. Whatever you write it here, this will come here as the field name. There is nothing that you have to write only that, but something which makes sense. Remember, don't write something that doesn't make any sense. So total profit. Okay. So does it make a difference? Yes, this is total profit, is it not? 120, so total profit. So if I run it, you are going to see that this instead of this thing, this where is it? Instead of this thing, you will get a beautiful field name as total profit. So let me just run it and just show you that. So you get a beautiful field name, that is the total profit, and you look at here, the total profit is 102.6 rupees. Okay, the, 0.60, 120.60 paisa. Okay, done. Let's go to the how many queries they have given us. So let's see. Our last query. What is the how many pen drives have been sold? This is going to be one more troublesome. How many means you have to sum it. So that's it. Sum on what? Sum on how many pen drives sold means where is the quantity sold. Pen drive number is 002, 002, 4, 1, you have 4 here. Next time 10, 14 is there. I don't think so anyway. So total is 14. So these many pen drives have been sold. So that means you have to sum it, is it not? Aggregate it, sum it. So let's sum it. So how many means? So you just say select, I will use the caps lock, select sum of what is it? Quantity sold. What is it not? Quantity sold. Sum of the quantity sold. So you have to sum the quantity sold. So this is quantity sold. You see there, this is quantity sold. You have to sum that. Done. And from which table? From which table? From what is the name of that table? Purchase the detail. The name of the table is purchase the detail. Purchase the detail. Done. Okay. But what is that they are saying is the pen drive has to be counted. Now, where is the pen drive? See, the story of pen drive is not there in this table. Pen drive is there in the other table. You see this one, pen drive is there in this table. So definitely you have to join them. Okay, so join them. And you know very well, when you join it, you give one name, T1 for this table name. And what is this? T1 for this table name. Okay. And you join it. Join it with what? Join it with the what's your product detail table. You call this one as the T2. Done. Okay. What is the criteria on T1 dot product number is equal to T2 dot product number. Okay. So by now you are familiar that this is the story. What did I wrote? See, these two tables are connected together by this product number. This is the common thing that is linking these two tables. So that is it. Apart from that, there is one other criteria. What is the other criteria? Other criteria is last time, like last time, where what is it? Where the product name. What is the product name? This is the product name. Product name must be equal to, what did they say? Product name must be equal to pen drives. Oh, so where the product name equal to pen drive. Let me just copy it from here. Pen drive. Why did I'm going back and doing? I might have done the spelling mistakes. Remember during the examinations, copy from here. I don't know how many spaces I put in between. That is why I'm a bit cautious about that. So pen drives. Done. Put a semicolon. Hope it is done. So quantity sold from T1 combining with the T2 and where the product name is equal to pen drive. So just press enter and you got is 14. And I also told you last time that this is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14, but only one minor problem is when you write the record book, your teacher may not like you to show this one as a field name. So just give some good name for this field name. How do you give a good name for the field name? You just say sum of the quantity sold as okay, something. What is it? You'll give a very lengthy name. How can I give a lengthy name to please your teacher? You can say total pen drives sold. So this your teacher is now will be very happy that okay, you are giving very beautiful name there. So press Control Enter, and you notice that this time this is a really beautiful name. Total pen drives sold, and the number is still there, 14. Okay, so this is what you are supposed to do it. And anything else is there? Okay, oh, thank God. 5 queries has to be executed. That's all. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.